decided to move into these RVs, we had 10 pets. And that's a lot of animals to bring with you when your living space is only 38 feet. So a lot of people wonder, where do the pets stay inside the home? When we moved in, there were 3 dogs, 4 cats, and we also had 3 birds. Sadly, we did lose Ninja earlier this year. We also lost Wee Woo late last year. One of the things that was really important to me when we were RV shopping was that the RV had a second bedroom and not just a bunkhouse. Having the 10 pets, we needed to make sure that they had their own space where everyone could eat, sleep, the birds could have a place for their cage, we could fit the cat tree, the cat litter box, and a crate if necessary. As we were looking through the bunkhouses, and I was realizing that at best they folded from a flat bunk like this to a lifted bunk like that, it didn't leave us a ton of space. When we found this unit, which is a Forest River Aurora, and it had the full second bedroom, I was pretty much sold. This video is a pet room tour, but the entire house is really our pet room. You'll notice we have lots of places for cats to lay down. They have their chaise, they have folded blankets in various places, they have official pet beds. There's another blanket up here. We do not use this space for dining. The cats like to lay up here, especially on the warmer days, because they get the breeze from these windows, the cross breeze from that fan, and that fan. Let us now meet the birds. This is Merlin. Hi, Merlin. And this handsome guy in here is Bizarro. Full name Bizarro Merlin, because he is black and white and Merlin is in color. This is not their normal cage. Their normal cage is taller than that. It probably comes up about this much taller, and then also has an entire play set on the top of it, and it is wider by at least double. It would not make it through this doorway, which is why we do not have their full-size cage set up in here. This is their little play space. They also just come out and hang out wherever. They like to perch up on the upper lip of the slides and just hang out up there. I just refreshed their paper today. They like to go down there, nibble the side of the plate, and then forage for uneaten seeds. And then I will empty that the next time I fill these two. They've got a lot of perches, they've got a lot of paper they like to chew on, they get sunlight from the window. That back there is their heater, so it's not needed right now because it's so warm, but in the winter months that does come in handy. This back wall is basically bird domain for their cage and their tree. On the side of the cage over here, I have a repurposed kibble bag for a trash bag, and then underneath we have some extra cat litter, the cat food bin. This is their bird seed bag, and then this is where the kitty cats eat. And I do have another video showing our morning feeding routine. Okay, storage in the pet room. This room probably has the best storage out of any room really per square foot, aside from maybe the master closet. We've got a lot of drawers here. These bottom two are actually used just for extra storage from other parts of the house. This one has additional cat supplies, the flea and tick meds, and then these top two drawers we use to store soft food. These cabinets have extra garbage bags and where we store all the cat litter. Up here on the countertop we have the air purifier, which will run during the day when we have sun, and that helps pull the kitty litter dust, pet dander, bird feather dander out of the air. The birds are sensitive to air quality, so we try to run that in the pet room daily while we have sun. Then we've got the Wuzu fan, and that's just to help circulate the air through this room. We have their bird seed additive, and then the mister bottle that I use to give them little showers. And then we have these two closets here that just have additional pet supplies stored in them. What we did was removed the queen size bed that was in the slide, and that opened up the entirety of the floor space in this room. And when we first got here, we had set up both crates. They were set up side by side. Puka sleeps in one and Ginger sleeps in the other. Kona doesn't crate. Ginger is a good house dog in the sense that she doesn't always need to crate overnight. She doesn't get into things. Puka, however, he gets into everything. He will root through trash. He will root through recycling. He will eat the cat's food, drink the cat's water, stick his nose in the cat box. He crates for sleep every night. The girls, they will sleep outside of the crate. Once we figured that out, I didn't need to have this one set up every day. I kept that folded and off to the side, and I was able to utilize this space for extra storage. This bottom box here, it's actually just an extra place for the cats to sleep. There's a blanket folded up in there, and then this dog bed is usually out here in the middle of the floor, but I mopped today, so I had picked it up. There will be a sleeping space for cats there, for in that box, and then those bags that are behind there just have boxed items and smaller items that don't particularly have a home and aren't everyday use, and they're being stored in this extra space. We also have the large insulated Sam's Club bags that we use as essentially diaper bags for the dogs and the birds. On the top of the crate here, it's another area for some additional storage. The lower box has the coats that the dogs wear in the winter and the thicker sheet that we cover the bird cage with in the winter time. The top box has snacks for the dogs, extra toys for the dogs, the, cone of shame. Ginger got hurt a while back, and so she was in that, and we just kept it in case something happens. Back here, we've got their life jackets, additional toys that they don't use every day, and then we have the cat's carrier. We also have the dog food bins here. And then, of course, Puka's crate. Being able to pull that queen size bed out of this slide and have everything just fit right into that slide and completely open up this floor space makes this room feel so incredibly spacious. And again, it's just so hard to translate on camera because they all fit in here so well. I'm so thankful that we have that. It was really important to me that there's cohesive spaces for all of the animals' things. We want it to feel as much like home for them as possible. We were able to bring in their full-size cat tree. They used the heck out of it. When we moved in here 17 months ago, this was not tore up. It was in good condition. They go crazy on this cat tree. We also have some catnip rollers on the wall that they can rub up against, and they enjoy hanging out on that. And then tucked into this back corner is our litter robot. It doesn't function as a litter robot, unfortunately, because the RV still kind of moves. If you walk back and forth with the dogs bouncing up and down, it does shake side to side a little bit. And the sensors in the litter robot were constantly detecting motion and stopping mid-turn. I turned it off and we just use it as a traditional litter box. Once we're in the new house, it'll be back to being a litter robot. I do love that it fits nicely into this corner. Their feeding station fits nicely right around the base of the bird's tree. I hung one of the over-the-door hooks you can use for coats or towels and it has their leashes, collars, coats for the winter. Then we've got some towels up here that we can take care of drying their feet or drying the floor after they come in. So that's been super handy. That is our pet room. I'm grateful that we were able to find a unit that had a full-size second bedroom with a very easy to remove queen size bed that we could repurpose in this way. Accommodate the 2 full-size kennels, accommodate the bird cage, and the cat tree and cat litter box. It's just been the perfect solution. If you'd like to tour another part of the RV on the inside, let me know. And don't forget to check out the exterior tour here.